week of Techy Tuesday. This month we've been talking about real estate essentials, so different websites, apps, and programs that I feel like are must-haves for every single agent in the business. And this week we want to talk about listing and buying presentations and how you can actually create these out of your KW command system. So first things first, what exactly is a buying presentation or a listing presentation? This is going to be a full presentation, typically a booklet that you're going to put together that has your value propositions, information about the company, marketing strategies, and anything else you want the clients to be aware of before they jump into a contract with you. So how do we actually make one of these? There are a couple of different places that we can go to create these presentations, such as Canva, Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. There are a few others out there that you can explore, but I do want to show you how quick and easy it is to just do one straight out of your command system. And please remember, if you are using any other system, that you do make sure everything is legally compliant before you send it out. So in order to get this created, what you're going to need to do is on the left side of your command screen, you're going to go into your Designs tab. Once you're in here, you're going to hit Create Design. We're going to do a print, and we're going to hit Continue. Once we're inside of the editor here, you're going to see on this left side are all of our different templates. So if we look under listing or buyer, we will find our listing presentation and our buyer's presentation. But before we actually get there, I do want to show you a couple other features that you can access straight here from the home page. So you do have this image section. This lets you browse stock images. So there are free stock images in here as well as paid stock images that you can look for. So keep your eyes out on that. And then our next section over is going to be under My Designs. This is going to keep track of any design that you've created within the editor already. You can go back to choose your templates. You can start completely from scratch if you would like and create your own. You can fully edit any PDF that you try to upload in here. So if you did make something in Canva and then bring it over into here, you can try to edit that PDF. And this is really cool, kind of a game changer. They've added this recently. It's going to be the background remover. So instead of having to go to Canva or Adobe and download and sign up for accounts for things, all you need to do is come here into your command and you're going to be able to remove the background on your photos. So I'm going to show you how that works. We're able here to browse our device. So you can grab any photo that you want. Right now you can see I kind of have this gray ringlet around my edges. I want that gone. So when I put it into my flyer or my presentation, it looks clean and crisp. So I'm going to go ahead and hit upload one file. And we're going to see here that it got rid of that gray vignette around my face. So now I'm able to use this in any position on my flyer and not have any issues with it. An added bonus is that you can download this straight right now to your computer and be able to use it anytime that you need to use it. So now you have a quick and easy way to remove the backgrounds on any marketing that you need to. And then we've got our assets. So underneath your assets here, this is how you're going to be able to add different things that you can easily swap out and use when you're actually inside of your template. So the first section is going to be our color palettes. Inside of here, you can set your color palette to whatever you want it to be. So if you use branding outside of the red, black, and white for the KW colors, you can add that palette so you never have to be searching for those colors later on. They're already ready for you. You can have multiple color palettes saved. You can also try to upload fonts directly from the internet. If you do need help with that, that's a process we can help you with. Just let us know. And if you do need to add another color palette, you will hit right here where it says add palette and it'll add another one in there for you. If we go down to images, this is where you're going to store your headshots or any other important images you're going to use over and over again. So I have my background erased version, my one with the background, my colored, any type that I might need. In order to use these, you can hit upload image and browse from your computer or from your Google Drive and upload those in. You also have your text in here, your name, your phone number, your address, things like that that you're constantly having to type out. You're just going to be able to use these to swap or add in information as you need to. If there is a field you need to add, you would hit add text here in the right corner. choose what field it is, and then you'll go ahead and fill that field out. So if it's my Facebook page, it's going to have this label of Facebook. I'll be able to copy and paste my URL into here. Once I hit save, it'll add into these text sections that I have. We also have your logos. If you do need any of the heritage logos, let us know and we can get those for you. There's also elements. These are going to be more like stickers and things that you're using in here. Typically, you're not going to upload those. They have preset ones already inside of the template. Same thing with video assets and file assets. If you have video files or PDF files or anything you need to upload, you can add those into here so that you have them when you need them. Now we're going to go back to our template section. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you can start editing a listing presentation. These are the different options that they have for you. Now the information inside of each one of these is going to be the same information. It is just different layouts and different styles. So use the one that you like the most aesthetically wise. And so I'm going to go ahead and just go for this basic one here. So now that we're inside of the editor and our template is loaded, how do we actually edit this guy? So up here on the top left, you're going to see home. That'll take you back to your templates, and then you're going to see file. If you do want to save along the way, you can, but it does auto save as well. Then you have different options to help you out with your measuring and your sizing so that everything is clean and centered. So you can show your grid lines here, which I really like doing. That's how I make sure everything looks exactly where I want it to be. And then you can also show your safe area, manage your bleed. So that's going to show you here on these blue dotted lines what my printable area is. That way nothing gets cut off when I actually go to print it. Now under Classic O2, this is where we're going to rename this. I suggest you call this your listing presentation master copy. That way you always know that this is the one you're going to come back to after you've made a few of them. You could order your prints through here if you did want to order them as pre-made booklets, but you can always take them here to the office and print here as well. And then we've got our download. You can download this as a PDF file if you're going to be printing it. You can do pictures if you want to post any parts of it to your social media. So you can download it as any file type that you need to there. And then when you are done, that will take you back into your gallery of everything you've created before. Now over on this left side, you're going to have all these different sections here. Templates. This is going to let you pull different versions of things that they have on that main templates page. So if you wanted to feature a listing in this presentation, you could bring in one of these templates over to help you out with that. So you can always come in and try to add new pages in, but you'll notice here on the right side, in the bottom right corner, it says pages 29. This is telling me that this is how many pages are currently inside of this listing presentation. So that should be enough. You probably won't need to add in anything else, but if you do, you are more than welcome to. So under images here, we have add that lets you upload your own photos in. We've got stock images that you can explore and search around for. Again, there are free and paid versions, so make sure you are looking at that. Your workspace, these are going to be free stock images that are already put into different categories for you, so it's easy to figure out what's going on in here. And then your assets are going to be anything that we had uploaded on that main homepage. So if I did need to add in a photo of myself on this main one here, I could click on that photo and it's going to go in. And you'll notice I used my background erased photo, so you see all of the grid lines behind my actual person. You can resize this as you need to and drag it around as well. And then we've got our text. This is going to let us add different titles, subtitles, any different text that we need to add. If you click on one, it's going to pop a new text box into the editor for you. If you double click on that text box, you'll be able to actually edit what it says. So I could say, bye, Katie Ratliff. And then again, if I click outside of this, I'll be able to then resize it. So the big circles in the corner are going to let you make it bigger or smaller, whereas the white lines on this edge here are going to let you drag it out so that everything can fit together on one line. And now I'm going to use my circles again to compress or make larger that text box that I need. Up at the top, you'll see it did bring up a bunch of different options for us here. This is where we can change fonts. We can change the sizing, the color of the words. Anything that we need to change will be right up here in this top bar for you. Now we also have our logos. So these are going to be any KW logos, but I do suggest you upload the heritage specific logo into your assets or the logo for your specific market center into that section. Elements, these are going to be things like little stickers, little kind of clip art pictures that you can add in if you were creating maybe a little event poster or something along those lines. And then we have the KWLS. What this will do is connect directly to the MLS. So if you have put your listing inside of the MLS, you're going to be able to search for it. I'm just choosing a random one, but here you'll see it pulls in every single photo and every single listing detail from that property that I need. And then just like I was doing with my stuff, if you click on it, it'll add that photo in. You can start to resize it and move it around wherever you need it to be. So that's going to be kind of the basics of what's going on in these different sections here. But now how to actually edit this presentation so it does look the way that you want it to. I'm going to delete all this out and go back to blank. And we're going to go back to this pages section here in the bottom right hand corner. If we actually click on that, it is going to pull up those 29 pages it is telling me is inside of the listing presentation. So our first page could be done, but maybe you want to take the word template out of there so it just says listing presentation. You can go ahead, again, double click that box, delete the word out, and now you've got it just saying listing presentation. Next, we can go down to our page 2 after we've decided our page 1 looks the way that we want it to. If you click on page 2, we can edit this out. Now this second page is just instructions explaining to you guys what a listing presentation is. So we can fully delete this page out. It's nothing that we actually need. So over here on the right, when you hover over that page, you're going to see 3 dots pop up. If you click on those 3 dots, you can either duplicate the page if you need a second version of it, or you can fully delete it out of the presentation. So I'm going to delete my page number 2, and now my 3 turned into 2. So this is where you're going to put the actual client's information in. Now again, we're making a master copy. So the goal here is we only have to fill out your information one time. And then for every client that you do this for in the future, you're going to be able to copy this master. So you don't have to change your information. You only have to change the client's information. Now down here where it has this placeholder for an agent's information, I'm going to go ahead and turn my grid off. You can see that it talks about the name and the contact information here, and then it's got the logo and all the different things that you need in order to be compliant on here. So to change out some of this stuff from our assets that we made earlier, if I were to click on her headshot here, I can go into my images, and underneath my assets, you're going to have all of your photos. If you hover over the photo, do not click on it, just hover over it. You're going to see 2 options here in the corner, use image or replace image. We're going to hit replace image and swap that out. So now it is my headshot right there. Same thing with the text. Oh, my first name, my last name. I can go into my text field under my assets. I can find where I've got my name, and I'll be able to swap that out, and it'll keep the same format as what's already in there. Now, something a little strange is here where it talks about the website, email, phone number, and they're all in one text box. If I did try to swap this out, say with my email address, all 4 of those items are going to go away, and I'm only going to have my email in there. So I'm going to revert back and show you guys a little trick here. Up at the top where you can edit that text, there's going to be an option here called the typewriter. If you click on that, it's going to pull up that text box here on the right, really big next to you, so that you can fill all of this out and not have to worry about trying to zoom in or change the look of your actual flyer. So you can come in here. I deleted that one. Say we want to put our office phone number on here. When I hit save changes, it's going to reflect that onto my actual flyer. Just like with the text and your photos, you can do the same thing with your logo. So I'm going to go into my logo box here and try to swap it out. And then I can move it around anywhere that I need it to. And we can make any adjustments that you need. If you want to change fonts, colors, anything like that, it is customizable and you can change all of those items as well. So we're going to leave client name blank. If you want to make it easy for yourself when you're going back and making copies of this master copy, you can go ahead and highlight anything that you're going to need to change with yellow. So anything in reference to the client's information or anything I still have to fix up, I'm going to highlight yellow so it's easy for me to tell that it's something that still needs to be done. So when you come here, you'll be able to go through all the different pages that are already added. Again, you can delete out any pages that you feel like are unnecessary, but they do have the listing, the neighborhood, comps, different marketing strategies, open house strategies, the general process of what it's going to look like, different market statistics. So all ideas of different things you guys can put inside of your own listing presentations. Again, if you don't like the way they phrased something, you can always come in here and customize it and make it fully yours. So play around with the editing features in here. Create your own listing presentation. If you do want to send that listing presentation to me, you are more than welcome to, and I will take a look at it for you and make sure there's nothing else I feel like that you would need inside of it. So definitely utilize Command. This is so easy. You can get one of these done in less than an hour if you're really working on it, and then you've got it forever for every single client that you need going forward. You will have to do your listing and buying presentation separate, but the general editing process is going to be exactly the same. And then like I was saying earlier, if you are done and you're ready to send this out, you can download it, and then if we hit done, it's going to save it and take us back into our main command gallery here. Where I was saying we could then use this master copy and just continuously make copies of it so that nothing ever changes on this master version. All we're going to be editing is specifically the client's information. What you'll want to do is find that design you're looking at. Hit the 3 dots that come up in the corner. You could rename it if you needed to, but we're going to go ahead and make a copy of this. This is going to make an exact copy of this listing presentation so that we're able to use it and design it just to that specific client. So instead of editing my master copy, I'm going to edit this copy, and then I could rename this copy with the property address or the client's name so I knew who I had specifically tailored this one to, and if they ever need it again or anything like that, you have access to it. So play around with all of that. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please let us know. But thanks for watching and tune in next week.